I'm Sean Kober.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
And this is your Lake of the Ozarks news update brought to you by Lake TV and LakeExpo.com and sponsored by Old Kinderhook Golf Resort and Yacht Club Power Sports.
And today we're going to be talking about Como bringing a brighter Christmas for hundreds of local kids.
A bigger and better lake race for 2015.
That sounds pretty good, huh? The last word, we think, on the controversial renaming of the Camdenton Airport.
And a new development in the handcuffed drowning of an Iowa man at the Lake of the Ozarks earlier this year, and much, much more. All that's coming up after this message from Old Kinderhook Golf Resort.
Have you reserved your space for your company's holiday party yet? I'm Danielle Cornelius, event coordinator at Old Kinderhook, inviting you to celebrate the season here with us. We offer a warm and inviting environment that can accommodate up to 150 guests. So this holiday season, make plans to celebrate with us and enjoy all Old Kinderhook has to offer, including our new outdoor ice skating rink. Old Kinderhook, the lake the way it's meant to be. For the holidays.
Como is helping brighten the Christmas season for more than 200 local kids. For the past 5 years, Como has been a major supporter of the Giving Tree at Commerce Bank in Tipton and the Banker for Sales in Laurie. This year, employees and board members donated more than $4,000 to the program. That's a big jump from last year's donation, which was about $2,600. And it allowed the cooperative to take 42 children's names off the Giving Tree in Tipton and purchase more than 177 of the gifts located in the tree in Laurie. The fundraiser efforts is led by two members of the Como team, accountant Margaret Sanders and customer service representative Robin Caldell. They, along with many other Como employees, braved the crowds on Black Friday to stretch the donated dollars even more in purchasing gifts for local families in need.
Lake Race returned to the Lake of the Ozarks in 2014 and it saw serious growth this year, but at a cocktail party back on December 9th, event organizers revealed two details sure to make the race an even bigger one in 2015. The weekend's racing will stretch onto solid ground with the Lake Race 5K run walk and the popular chopper dropper, in which numbered golf balls are dropped from a helicopter, and they'll award at least $10,000 to a grand prize winner. And based on ticket sales, listen to this, that number could climb as high as $50,000. Rake Race 2015 is scheduled for June 5th through the 7th.
Some boaters aren't too happy about a new bill they'll be receiving in the mail from the U.S. Coast Guard. The Coast Guard has decided to begin charging a $26 fee for boat owners to renew their USCG documentation. Many boaters at the lake have that kind of documentation because it allows them to save quite a bit of money on state and local taxes. With about 2,600 documented vessels, at the Coast Guard stands to raise more than $7 million a year from the new fee. And the agency says it's just trying to accurately reflect the cost of the documentation process. Boat US has spoke out against the change, however, and the organization says it will be taking to the Coast Guard about improving documentation processes.
After circling the issues for more than a month, the Camdenton Board of Aldermen has finally landed on a new name for the city's airport. The first new name the board approved in October met with opposition from some in the community who said it dishonored those who gave their lives in World War II. The original airport was dedicated back in '49 in memory of those veterans, and it was named Camdenton Memorial Airport. That name stuck for 65 years, but this fall the city had agreed to rename it Camdenton Lake of the Ozarks Regional Airport, hoping that name would attract more aircraft flying into the lake area. But after a public outcry, the city has settled on Camdenton Memorial Regional Airport.
District finances are looking a bit better, but Osage Beach Fire Protection District couldn't give any employees raises for the 2015 year. That's because the district is facing major hikes in its health care insurance costs. Initial bids put the increase for next year at about 39%, but the district was able to bring that down to 17%. Employees will still face higher deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums. The district expects revenues of just over $3 million next year, with expenses at about $2.85 million. It currently has 31 paid staff and 15 volunteers who respond to an estimated 1,800 calls for service next year.
More details have surfaced concerning the fire that killed a woman and her 2-year-old daughter earlier this month. According to the state fire marshal, the fire in the Barnett apartment started with an artificial Christmas tree. In light of that tragic incident, authorities are reminding anybody with a Christmas tree to make sure that they turn off the lights before heading to bed. Firefighters also say they were unable to find a smoke detector in that apartment.
Attorney General Eric Holder will personally review the case in which 20-year-old Brandon Ellington drowned while handcuffed at the Lake of the Ozarks in May. Ellington was in the custody of a Missouri State Highway Patrol trooper when he fell overboard and drowned while handcuffed on May 31, 2014. The Highway Patrol investigated the incident, but some have said that it constitutes a conflict of interest. Iowa Senator Chuck Glassy reported spoken with Holder about the issue. Friends and family have petitioned, and Glassy has demanded a full federal investigation of the incident. And there's petitions at change.org, has more than 130,000 signatures. Coming up, lake levels are dropping, and we've got 4 tips to keep your dock in good shape for the winter. Plus, we'll take a look at the holiday lights display around the lake. That after a word from Yacht Club Power Sports. We'll be right back.
It's time to have some fun on land with Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides available at Yacht Club Power Sports of Osage Beach. New and used models available. Come and check out the all-new models to get you ready for the fall. Yacht Club Power Sports is the only authorized Can-Am dealer at the Lake of the Ozarks. Have some serious fun with the Can-Am Maverick Max or check out the Outlander 1000 XMR. Stop by Yacht Club Power Sports, your Can-Am and Sea-Doo provider of mid-Missouri.
Lake TV is broadcasting the Mizzou Coaches Show every night at 8 p.m. The show features the latest news on the Missouri Tigers basketball program, and it's followed up at 8:30. We'll be launching a Camden Lakers Coaches Show featuring game highlights, player interviews, and of course the inside information on the Laker program from the coaches that make it happen. This show is hosted by Ron Dugan, and we look forward to bringing you this Lake of the Ozarks original show.
Ameron is preparing for its annual winter drawdown, and there are a few things dock owners need to do if they want to protect their investment. The lake will drop from its normal level of 660 feet to about 654 to help prevent flooding from spring rains. So first you'll need to lengthen your dock cables, make sure your dock can move up and down with the water level, and that it's not pinned or stuck on any stumps or other objects. Get your dock de-icer running to keep it free of ice, and if you have a dock below the dam on the Osage River, you need to pull it completely out of the water until spring. Check out Ameron.com to see an hourly report on forecast of lake levels.
The Missouri Department of Conservation is launching their annual No More Trash campaign to help fight litter in the Show Me State. Students from kindergarten through 8th grade can join the department's contest by decorating a large trash can with the No More Trash logo and litter prevention message. First place winners from each competition category receive $200 award for the sponsoring school. All first place winners are then eligible for a grand prize trophy and $600 awarded to the sponsoring school. Homeschool and private school students can compete too. Last year's winner was Oscar's Osage Christian Academy in West Plains. Submit your entry form to post 3 photos at nomoretrash.org by March 13th, and your school might win money.
Well, it's the last weekend of the year and your last chance to get out and enjoy holiday light displays around the lake. The area's oldest light display is at the Shrine of St. Patrick in Laurie. Their Festival of Lights illuminates the Nativity with 4,000 strings of lights decorating the courtyard. It's open from 6 till 10 p.m.
In Versailles, you'll want to check out the Unity Circle of Lights at the junction of Highways 5 and 52. There are about 40 light displays to enjoy, and the park's open at dusk and close at midnight, and it's open through New Year's Day.
It's the first year for the City of Osage Beach's Holiday Light Park. It's at the City Park on Hatchery Road, and it's open from dusk until 9 p.m. through January 3rd.
And you don't want to miss the area's largest light display, the Enchanted Village of Lights, at the fairgrounds in Laurie. It's free, and you can drive through 27 acres of lights. Although donations are welcomed, the village opens every night at 5 p.m. and closes at 9 on weekdays and 10 on weekends. It'll be open through January 1st. That wraps up this week's Lake of the Ozarks News Update. I'm Sean Kober.
And I'm Bob Spicer, and we thank you for watching us on Charter Cable Channel 197, Como Connect Channel 90, and watch us anytime on MyLakeTV.com. And by the way, we're going to be signing off for a few months on Charter Cable 197, so keep tuned for that. And we'll see you next time.
Next time. Merry Christmas. No, not me. Merry Christmas.
Now an important programming message from Lake TV. Here's executive producer Sean Kober.
Lake TV will leave the air on Charter Cable 197 on December 31st. We will resume programming on Channel 197 in early spring of 2015. We'll continue broadcasting on Como Connect Channel 90 and always streaming online at mylaketv.com.
This has been an important programming message from Lake TV.